Hi, I'm Heidi.
And I'm Byron.
And we are sailing Schmidt.
We had spent about 10 days in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and it was time to move up north to St. Lucia. We had a good weather window, and we left St. Vincent at 7 a.m. The seas looked flat, but they did build all day, up to about 5 foot. The wind was on our nose, so we had to motor a lot of it. It was about 35 nautical miles, which would take us about 6 hours. St. Lucia is the only country that is named after a historical woman, St. Lucy of Syracuse. Legend says that French sailors were shipwrecked on the island on December 13th, which is the feast day of St. Lucy, and they named the island in her honor. England and France fought 14 times for control over the island. It was desirable because of the geopolitical position and the fact that it was a very deep anchorage, good for big warships. St. Lucia is now an independent nation, having gained independence from the UK in 1979. There are mooring balls in between the Pitons, which would have been a very picturesque anchorage, but we heard that it was very gusty there. It would also be a very long dinghy ride to the town of Soufriere, so we chose the bay closer to town. Approaching the island from the south affords a dramatic view of the Pitons, which are 2 volcanic mountain landmarks. We were actually escorted in by a dolphin pod. The crew of With Patience met us in his panga long before we got into the Soufriere Bay. He was eager to help guide us to an open mooring ball. I go forward with the boat hook just in case I need it. I get all of our lines prepared, and then standing at the bow coming into a new place is always an exhilarating rush. There are unknowns about how will anchoring and mooring go. Will it be too crowded? And are the charts even close with the depths? And then there's the excitement of getting to a new place to explore. Having someone to assist with hooking up to the ball really takes the sport out of it, but also certainly makes it easy. Anchoring here is prohibited due to the marine park. There will be lots of boat buoys in St. Lucia, so we've read. I sure don't mind paying a small fee to be guided to an available ball, and then they practically do all the work for you of getting tied on. And I appreciate that convenience. The going rate to pay them is 20 Eastern Caribbean dollars, which is about $7 US. There is the constant smell of sulfur in the air from the calderas. Depending on wind direction, it could be mild or overpowering. Soufriere actually means sulfur mine, but it sounds more like sulfur air. The ball was about $20 US per night, and the park ranger was supposed to come around to collect it. The mooring balls do seem a little close together here, but it's not too bad as long as they put the right size boats on adjacent balls.
He's saying to go that way.
We had originally wanted to moor at the north end of the bay, but all those balls were taken, so he redirected us to the south side.
Okay. Yeah.
Tell me when I'm close.
You're close. Maybe I'll do this side first. You're very close.
Okay, stop.
Whoa there.
Reverse.
Reverse.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You go inside. You go inside. You make the yeah.
Byron got us checked into the country. We paid $20 US for a 2-week stay. He met a man named Brother Bob who wanted to show us around. Meanwhile, I checked the mooring ball to make sure it was secure. We had trumpet fish and jellies down there. The first order of business was to go ashore to see the town and have a dinner at the rooftop restaurant Felicity.
The bulletin was right there.
Oh, wow.
It was so bad, you know.
That is terrible. But now it's a freedom monument. So much better.
Right.
The morning light revealed an amazing view below where we were anchored. We were visited by Kevin, who had lots of souvenirs. We bought a magnet and asked him to harvest a fresh coconut for us, which he did. It was so fresh. In the end, he said thanks for supporting him.
Oh, wow. That's so
Fantastic.
cool.
That's the chocolate. Let me make a try the chocolate. You want to pour that into?
I want to smell it.
Put it into something so we have the juice for the drinks.
Yeah.
We took up Brother Bob's offer to do an island tour. His tour driver had a very nice air-conditioned van. The first stop was to get some Eastern Caribbean currency. We love these little rooms where the ATMs are. They also have very cold air conditioning in there to preserve the equipment. First, Bob took us to the Diamond Falls Botanical Gardens and mineral baths. The gardens were planted in 1983, but the mineral baths date back to 1784, and they are spring-fed. There were 12 original mineral baths, and it's claimed that Josephine, the first wife of Napoleon Bonaparte, used to bathe here while spending holidays at her father's plantation.
But this is the sour top, right? We call it local Viagra for the men.
Okay.
You don't have to go to the pharmacy again, you know.
Yeah.
It's the fruits, you know. Right there, you know. So why you see the cocoa beans have a hole because of the bats eat them at night,
Okay.
you know. They come right through the bat cave and the coastline. You see the bat cave?
Yes.
You know the bat
Yeah,
cave and
yeah,
the
yeah.
coastline? So they come out at night. After 6, they fly to the forest. They eat the cacao. They eat the mangoes, you know. They're vegetarian, you know.
It's fruit bat.
Yeah. Smoke out. And then you poof, like a cannon, you know.
Okay.
This is the tradition. You could see where the smoke was before.
Oh, sure enough.
You see?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
So only in October, you know. This is the tradition in October. You see the termite?
Oh, wow.
The termite, if you remove the termite, you're going to kill the tree.
Okay.
So you see how the vine runs through the tree?
Yes.
If you remove it, you're going to kill the tree.
The garden leads to the Diamond Waterfalls, which are named such because of the colors that the minerals have created in the falls. Yellow from sulfur, orange from iron, green from copper, and black from carbon.
Wow.
But you can't bathe in this waterfall. So the yellow part is the lava.
The lava? Okay.
Yes. Yellow lava. Yeah, I'm gonna have some photo now. This one we do one pot with the fish. We cook it first and then we put the fish on top.
Okay.
So one pot, you know?
Yes.
Garlic. This is the calabash. This is the local plate. This is from the earth. You gotta dig 5 feet deep to get the clay
Okay.
from the earth, and then you do the coal pot. This is a coal pot. You know a coal pot?
Fire down below. And,
No,
yeah.
fire is up there. The charcoal is up
Oh,
there.
okay.
All right. This one is the same thing too. You know. This
Okay.
one you cook the food.
Yeah.
And this is the ancient thing. Like old school people put the cocoa beans inside when it dry, and you do
Bang it out.
bang it out. You understand?
I get it.
All right. This is the flamboyant. African music like music. The musician,
Oh.
yeah. All right. This is the brown coconut. So this is the green one. All right. Turn to brown and ready to plant.
Oh, okay.
You get maybe 4 years till you get a coconut from this.
All right.
It's good to go.
The Sulphur Springs geothermal field is known as the world's drive-through volcano. Can you smell the sulfur yet? The most recent eruption from the Sulphur Springs occurred in 1766. This is Sean, our guide, who is a geologist and local specialist on the volcano. Not to mention a real fun guy.
They were similarly to that of the Yellowstone in the US.
Oh, right.
Or
Smells the same.
or Santorini in Greece. Rotorua in New Zealand. These are all examples of calderas.
Okay.
But our caldera here, it covers approximately 12 kilometers square.
Oh, okay.
That is 7.5 miles in diameter.
Wow.
Very big from a small island.
It is.
The entire town of Soufriere, you just drove through, was constructed inside of that caldera. So whether you arrived into the town by land or by sea, driving through or to the town, you're doing all of that inside of the volcano.
Okay.
That's why we call it the drive-in or drive-through volcano.
Okay.
Not because of where we are, the entire town was constructed inside of the volcano.
Okay.
Where we are right now is the only area we see the activity because that's the weakest point of the fault line. The last eruption was recorded down there. 1766 was the year. But during that eruption in 1766, lava never surfaced, according to journals. Only steam,
Oh, okay.
hot water, gases, hot fragments, and ash. That's what geologists call a steam eruption.
Okay.
They also say on average volcanoes erupt every 200 years.
So we're getting close.
Not today, Baron.
We hope. We hope.
Maybe tomorrow my day off, but not
There,
today.
there you go.
Before eruptions, there are precursor signs.
Okay.
The smell is one of them.
Mhm.
H2S gas. A low concentration, it smells like rotten eggs. Any higher, H2S gas would kill you instantly. It
Okay.
happened in Pompeii when Vesuvius erupted. So the more it smells, the better. Because if I come here and it doesn't smell like this, I'm swimming all the way to Galveston. Because no smell is one of many signs of an eruption.
Yeah.
Also before the eruption, frequent earthquakes. Because the magma below is getting ready to come out. The moving magma causes the vents to block. The wooden steam and the bubbling pressure is building up. Animals and birds, they begin to move away. They can sense danger before human beings. But the biggest sign before the eruption, if you see me running. But those signs occurred days,
There you
weeks,
go.
months, even years before.
Yeah.
So we're good today.
Good.
Very good.
What are the desks out here?
Those are monitors,
Monitors. Okay.
hydrothermal monitors.
Okay.
But before they were placed in there, the tour that we're doing right now used to be conducted down there, close to that boiling and steaming. Back in the day, we had no infrastructure. No up and down, fill out water.
What is it like?
Bath water.
Bathwater.
Yeah. Feel that. That is warm, warm water.
Let's see. Oh, nice. Wow. So cute.
After a few days, we left for Marigot Bay, which was going to be a tricky anchorage. We needed to watch out for rocks when anchoring. So long to the Pitons. It's been fun. As we couldn't quite see the bottom, we did end up wrapped around some rocks. That's something we'll have to work out when we weigh anchor. A man named Noel greeted us with a ho ho ho. We bought a lot of fruit from him, and he was very happy about that. We also paid for baguettes, which he would bring the next day. But he said if it was raining, he would not be there. So we're not sure how we were going to get the baguettes.
You will see me, okay? No pressure. And then if you want to do a trip tomorrow, you want to Soufrière?
No. Okay.
Get a cheapest taxi inside.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
We visited Doolittle's restaurant, which had great views, live music, and reasonable prices. Party boats like Rum Runner catamarans were in and out of Marigot Bay all day long. They don't seem to stop at the marina, the beach, or visit the restaurant. They just go through with their music. But this was a very nice bay, and it was well protected, but one night was enough for us. Noel came by the next morning with our baguettes, and then we left to go north to Rodney Bay, which would be our last stop in St. Lucia.
Good morning.
It was a spirited sail with lots of gusts and land influences, the kind of day that makes one feel alive again. When we got close to Rodney Bay, the boat kept rounding up with the gusty conditions. We took down the sails and motored in. Rodney Bay was a large anchorage with perfect sand-bottom conditions to dig in nicely. I would call it a very resorty type place with lots of activities and jet skis. However, it was nice that they kept their distance. The marina was extremely nice with lots of restaurant choices. We shared an amazing blue cheeseburger and margaritas at the Sea Salt restaurant. We checked out of the country at the customs office here. We had a calm evening, and we prepped to leave for Martinique the next morning.
You know what they say? The diesels love their oil like a sailor loves their rum. Something like that, according to Captain Ron.
That's right.
Getting the snubber off is always very difficult for me. Byron is so kind to take care of that part. I do enjoy all the rest of the anchoring duties, though. Martinique, here we come. We had only stayed in St. Lucia for 6 days, but we had the weather window to move on, so we did. A number of other sailors were observing the same weather window that we were, so it was high traffic on the seas. The sail to Martinique should take about 4.5 hours. We had our sails properly reefed for that moment when we come out of the shadow of the land and find out what the conditions will be like for the crossing. Wish us luck, and join us next time when we explore a few new places in Martinique.